So, what happens when you treat the thyroid and all of your other sex hormones together, right? So, if your thyroid is being treated, but you still feel off, or if you're on hormone therapy, but your energy hasn't returned, there's really a reason for that. And it's because the systems, they tend to work together and not in isolation. So today I'm going to talk about why treating the thyroid and sex hormones in isolation really doesn't work, and what happens when you finally address all of these hormones together. I am Dr. Bennett, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and founder of Vista Wellness in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. And I help my patients restore balance by treating the body as a whole system and not just looking at these different hormones in isolation. So if you've tried taking thyroid meds or you're on hormone therapy, but you're just not getting the results that you were hoping for, then this video might help connect some of the missing pieces for you. But the main point in this video is that your sex hormones and your other hormones, like your stress hormones and your thyroid hormones, they all, go together. It really is a two-way street. And so treating these hormones all as a whole will tend to give better results. Your thyroid and your sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, they are all part of the endocrine system. So, and they are constantly communicating with each other. When one system is out of balance, it can drag all of the other systems down. So for example, let's say your estrogen is low. This makes your thyroid less responsive, and if your thyroid hormone is low, it slows down your entire metabolism. If your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone, if it's high, it just blunts out all of your systems, right? So that's why some people, stay tired, they're foggy all the time, they're gaining weight, even while taking thyroid medications, right? Or they're taking thyroid medications alone and not seeing any changes, or maybe they were just addressing their sex hormones alone and not seeing much of any changes. But that is because you're only treating part of the equation. They're not treating the entire body as a whole. And this is the reason why most providers often, miss, what's going on, because in traditional medicine, specialists, they tend to focus on their department alone. They tend to stay in their lane. And endocrinologists, for example, would handle your thyroid symptoms, and why the gynecologist may handle your estrogen, your progesterone. Some gynecologists may dare to even address your testosterone, but most of them really don't. Your PCPs, the primary care providers, they try to put it all together to the best of their ability, but they rarely run full panels. And sometimes we joke around and saying, in medicine, we tend to practice insurance versus practicing medicine, because most primary care providers, they're limited to what they can do based on what insurance is going to cover. So most people who want to see full resolution of their symptoms, they have to maybe go out of that insurance systems and pay out of pocket. I say this because I used to work in primary care and I did the same thing. I was only treating what the insurance would, allow me to treat and what is covered. So until I ventured out on my own and started to learn more about hormones, about functional medicine, and then I began to really look at the root causes of these problems versus just, treating the symptoms. So again, these specialists, they try their best, treat patients to the best of their ability, but we know that a lot of times our systems don't connect with each other. There is no continuity of care because you go from one specialist to the other, and a lot of times these specialists are not really communicating with each other, so a lot of things are being missed. Specialists tend to practice, address just the system that you go to see them for, and so they practice as silos, but your body really does not work that way. And so what are some of the changes that we can see when these systems are being, treated together? When we rebalance both your thyroid and your sex hormones, you do start to feel like yourself again, because your body now has what it needs to be able to function fully, right? So when we balance everything together, you see that metabolism really improves, mental clarity returns, libido reignites, and people are able to start liking their partners a little bit better. Sleep gets deeper and better, and you can sleep and wake up feeling rested. Mood stabilizes, you're not having ups and downs, having mood swings where you are sad 1 minute and happy the next minute, right? Your gut also starts to feel better. You see less bloating and less changes in your gut, like going from constipation to diarrhea and feeling bloated all the time. Energy starts to feel a bit more consistent, not just having some short peaks and then long valleys like you would have when your hormones are out of balance. So, and balancing out your hormones can really make a difference between just surviving the day versus actually living in your body again, right? So, with that said, what do we do here at Vista Wellness to be able to help make a difference? We don't just treat labs, we treat people as a whole. We look at how all of these hormones interact with each other and not just look at one hormone at a time. So, like I mentioned before, we start by running comprehensive labs. We look at full thyroid panels, like we're looking at the TSH, the free T3, the free T4, looking at the TPO antibodies for Hashimoto's disorder. We look at your sex hormones with ultrasensitive, tests for estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, sex hormone binding globulin. We look at your cortisol level, look at your insulin level, because insulin does really play a big role in this whole process as well. Then we go into what we call symptom mapping, right? We carefully track your symptoms as we go along the process, so that way we can personalize your therapy using bioidentical hormones. We treat or optimize your thyroid. We look at the adrenal glands and treat adrenal fatigue, nutritional support. We also go a little bit deeper into gut health to help resolve, the digestive systems that come with hormonal imbalance. And also, we track these changes and adjust care, accordingly. So be rest assured that we are walking and going on this journey, with you. We walk you all through the entire process. So, like I've said before, you are not broken and you are not crazy. So, you're just not getting the full treatment that you need, and that's why your symptoms are not getting resolved. You've probably been treated like a collection of lab numbers versus looking at the body, as a whole. So, if you're ready to make a change, book your consultation here at Vista Wellness. You can call or text us at 904-800-4003 or visit us online at vistawellnessfl.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, at Vista Wellness FL. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who is tired of being told that everything is fine, even though they know that they don't feel well. Help is on the way. It's just a matter of finding the right practitioner who's going to put everything together for you to give you the best results so you can start to live your best life. With that said, I will see you at my next video.